Welcome to a special gear review episode of Woodwire and Watts. You may have noticed we've been on hiatus for a bit. That's because Topher and Chris and I have been focused on a band that we started with our friends Amy and Isaiah, which is called the High Freaks. If you want to check that project out, there are links in the description. And the guys and I have been talking. We will be resuming some semi-regular episodes soon, in case you guys were wondering. But today is a special episode because our friend Eddie Rifkind sent us a new pedal to review. You may remember the original review of the Karen speaker manager that I did in towards the end of season 1, early season 2 of the show. But today we're doing the KarenX Twitter manager. We'll get some close-ups of the pedals to show you in here as well because they're pretty fun artwork-wise. So we'll post links to the original review of the Karen as well as a link to the interview that we did with Eddie about pedal building and his business. But today we're looking at the KarenX. This one is built based off of his original satellite fuzz, I believe, and but with the switchable 2-band EQ from the original Karen. So it's kind of a fuzz stacked with an active EQ. For fun, I've also got the Roland Era T8 here, and I programmed just a couple of basic kind of drum and bass loops to jam to, since it's just me today. Guitar signal is Strat into the KarenX fuzz, and then for fun, going into the original Karen, which is a distortion. I'd almost describe it as an overdrive, but it's a distortion. And then after that, into Achille Caverns, just to give a little bit of reverb and delay. And then into the simplifier, which is set to just a Fender Deluxe amp sound. And that's just going direct into the interface at that point. So I guess let's get started. That first jam was just the original Karen on there. But I will give you some clean sounds so you can hear what it sounds like before any of that. So that's just Strat and a little bit of reverb from the caverns there, and that's pretty simple. So let's look at what we have here. I'm just going to start with the volume, gain, and treble and bass straight up the middle on the speaker manager, on the new one, the Twitter manager, and we'll see how that sounds. Just getting a nice little bit of breakup. It's not super like high gain fuzz, but definitely could use this for some kind of classic rocky sounds. Let's see, and then let's see how wide we can sculpt with the EQ. There's your bass. There's with the bass completely down. Here's with the bass all the way up. So that's bass fully up. All right, now let's see treble. Let's take treble completely off. Treble all the way up. Let's try it with the, then you can switch the tone completely off as well, which I'm going to see how that sounds now. This is still with the gain and volume right straight up the middle. So if you have the treble and bass cranked up, that's without the tone. There's with the tone, they're definitely active. Adding a fair amount of gain once you really get them going. Definitely pushing it a bit. All right, put the treble and bass right back to the center area here. Now let's see how far the gain goes on it. Let's see, gain is the outside. Nope, gain is the inside. All right, volume straight up the middle. Here's everything is straight up the middle. It's up the gain. Gain is dimed. There's with the gain off and just the volume all the way up. Let's try it without the KRN then. With the volume up and the fuzz completely down, just get like a nice little bit of breakup. Let's see what happens if we push it without clipping anything here. Turn the volume down just a little bit on the amp here. Alright, this is with fuzz and volume both times. So not a super high gain fuzz, gainy. It's kind of almost in a fuzz facey range. Curious, we're gonna see what it feels like to kind of roll the volume back and see how pick sensitive it is to your playing. All right, I've got my volume on my Strat at about 8 now, so 7 to 8 somewhere in there, so you can. Let's try it with all of the volume all the way up. So definitely pick sensitive. Yeah. So not bad. Let's see. Let's now I'm curious to hear it stacked with an overdrive, because going fuzz into drive is especially with like kind of old school style fuzzes is definitely the way to go. So I've got the tone off on the original Karen here, and kind of the tone is off on the original Karen, and I've got the overdrive cranked up on it. So again, clean original Karen drive up all the way. Let's see how that sounds with the fuzz stacked into it. Also with the turn the volume back a little bit, but keep the fuzz dimed out on it. Definitely get some sustain. Back to the KarenX on its own. The fuzz by itself. All right, let's find another. Let's try and do something in context, I guess. All right, do something simple. All right, here we go. Watts. I kind of boosted in the Karen's speaker manager halfway through, so we were going fuzz into drive. Started off with just the fuzz, and then threw a little delay in there to give it some more ambience. So yeah, don't have a lot more to say about it. It's a good fuzz. Definitely a good like front of your signal chain fuzz pedal if you're looking for something like that you can control. Turn the original Karen off. There we go. All right. Yeah. So definitely, if you're looking for something, I'm not sure what the topology of this is, but if you're looking for something to do a fuzz face kind of job, I definitely think this would do it. It's a little lower gain, but it still has that touch feel. All right. Anyways, I want to say thank you for joining us. If you're interested in finding out more about the KarenX or the original Karen or any of Eddie's other pedals, we'll have some links in the description to go check out the gear he's making and figure out where you can buy it. And stay tuned because we will be doing some more episodes soon with the full crew, and we'll look forward to talking to you again. We will see you next time on Woodwire and Watts.